Here are 5 books that every young man should read. Number 1 in the list is a finance book, The Psychology of Money. This book talks about how you behave with your money is more important than how smart you are about money. It basically talks about the psychology of money. What I like about this book is it combines stories with the core principle of the book. The book goes over the compounding effect, when to know enough is enough, and planning for uncertainty in life. Personally, this book has changed my financial life, and I highly recommend to everybody that is trying to build their financial life. Second book on the list is The Untethered Soul, The Journey Beyond Yourself. This book is a spiritual book. It covers the concept of letting things go, how thoughts are just thoughts, and it covers the idea of energy flow and living at presence. Personally, this book has helped me to kind of keep track of my thoughts, because sometimes we think our thoughts are what we are, but in reality, our thoughts are just thoughts, and we're the one that are creating those thoughts. So as somebody that is aware of their thoughts, we should be the one that should be kind of dictating the thoughts and analyze whether those thoughts are good or bad. One idea that stuck with me from the book is the idea of viewing things from the outsider lens. Whenever we're in the middle of conflict or any situations, we're kind of embedded in the situations. This book kind of suggests to kind of zoom out of that situation, so that way we can objectively look at things and try to find the resolutions for that thing. Third book on the list is The Way of a Superior Man. This covers a various aspects of masculine life. It talks about how the masculine and feminine energies are different. It talks about finding purpose, or if a man does not have a purpose, then he will have a hard time dealing with other things. Although I don't agree with all the ideas that are covered in the book, but there are some ideas that are really good, and I think a young man that is kind of trying to navigate the world will benefit from reading this book. The fourth book in the list is The Almanac of Neville Raikant. The book covers various aspects of life, including wealth, happiness, building skills, finding purpose. One thing I remember from the book is how he talks about there are 3 important key decisions that we have to make: where we live, what we will be doing, who we will marry, and he kind of talks about how we hardly spend time thinking about these things. For somebody that wants to build their own business or pursue some sort of entrepreneurial work, I think this book will be a really helpful guides to kind of push you through different avenue of your life. The 5th and final book is The Atomic Habit by James Clear. This is probably one of the practical book I have ever read. This book goes over how to build habit, how to break habit, how to stick to habit. I actually have a detailed videos on some of the concept that is covered in the book, but this is definitely a book that you should read if you want to build habit, because habits are a cornerstone of our life, and what we do on a daily basis determine where we will end up in life.